If you ask a random person what they know about Sonic the Hedgehog, they'd say something along the lines of fast gameplay or, oh, my kids play that, or even just, that's that blue guy, isn't it? Obviously no one is going to mention Sonic's plot. It's just a kids game after all. But for us Sonic fans, we know that Sega incorporates plots into these games, or at least they try to. Sonic plots have never been that great. They have these weird inconsistencies and just feel off. I think the reason for this is that Saga's writing team always tend to go for these anime-inspired plots that should be pretty serious, but then they haphazardly shove in all these really childish themes, and ultimately, these two tones just end up clashing. It's like that time I put Nutella in a ham sandwich. I ate it, but I don't know what I experienced that day. If you ask me, I think Sega is too hesitant to go in on the serious plot because of their young target audience. But if you look at shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender, I'd say kids are capable of taking in more developed plots than Sega realizes. Well, I've had enough of this towing the water with serious plots. I'm going to lay out some ideas of what can make the foundations of a pretty decent Sonic plot. Alright, so if I were to decide where a Sonic narrative should go, I'd say we're long overdue another Goku versus a Shadow versus Sonic story, that's what I meant to say. Now obviously, Sonic and Shadow are sorta, kinda, maybe friends these days. But, when it comes to a guy like Shadow, it wouldn't take much to disregard that. I think the best way to come at this is to give them both opposing reasons to gather the Chaos Emeralds. But what reason would they need? Well, this is a tricky one to work out, but I like the sound of some sort of ancient Echidna spirits, because we gotta make those Echidna guys relevant again. Say there's two Echidna spirits, and one of them is twisted and wants to use the energy of the Chaos Emeralds to regain their physical body. But as a spirit, the emeralds won't respond to them. So this twisted Echidna spirit searches for someone who can activate the Chaos Emeralds for them, and eventually the spirit comes across Sonic, and tricks Sonic into gathering the emeralds for some noble cause. Now something similar would also happen to Shadow, except this time the Echidna spirit is kind, and wants Shadow to gather the Chaos Emerald to stop the twisted spirit. Maybe the two spirits could have a sibling relationship, but we'll leave that open-ended. The reason I chose Sonic to be misled by the evil spirit is because it's always Shadow who's being made to help the villain. So I thought this would feel fresh and interesting. Since Eggman really isn't in the picture, I figure some of his higher ranking mechs who survived the events of Forces could be commanding what's left of Eggman's army. This idea is mainly just to provide threats and gameplay though. So let's get back to the Echidna spirits, because I'm adding in a third one. This spirit could either be the parent of the kind and twisted spirits, or maybe just the leader of their Echidna tribe. The gist is that it has a leader-like role to the other two spirits. This spirit learns of the conflict, and fate brings him to Silver for help. Throughout the game, Silver will be the neutral ground between Sonic and Shadow as he tries to resolve the conflict between the two. Honestly, it's about time Sega gave Silver another try, because he really got robbed in Sonic 06. My favourite part of this plot foundation is that it makes all the Hedgehog Trinity playable for the first time since, I think, Sonic and the Black Knight. And of course, you know, we can skip over all the stuff that happens between the foundation and the finale, and how would the finale go? Well, let's see. Both Sonic and Shadow have 3 Chaos Emeralds at this point, and the two have one last duel where Sonic comes out victorious. Now that the Twisted Spirit has 6 Chaos Emeralds, he believes it is enough to revive himself. He tells Sonic to call forth the Emerald's power and give it to him. At this point, Sonic begins to hesitate a little, but he's already brought forth the power and the spirit takes it by force. After regaining his physical body, the Twisted Echidna defeats Sonic and chastises the kind spirit. However, the evil Echidna's haste has cost him. Because he only used 6 Chaos Emeralds, his powers are malfunctioning. Sonic and Shadow try to use this opportunity to fight the Echidna, but still lose. And obviously, as Sonic and Shadow are about to meet their end, Silver flies in with a 7th Emerald, which he had collected to use as a mediation point between Shadow and Sonic. The 3 hedgehogs have some brief dialogue, then team up and tap into their super forms, then there's a big boss fight, cool music, and a nice, happy ending. Yeah, I took that a bit further than I intended. It's still a fairly basic outline. Each hedgehog obviously needs to go through their own individual challenges and all that, but I'm happy with some of the ideas I gave, to be honest. In terms of chaos energy and Echidna history, there's a lot of untapped potential for Sonic plots. Maybe the Twisted Spirit wants to revive himself to finish off some long-forgotten Echidna war. Who knows, it could be anything. I know it sounds a bit outlandish for a kids game, but trust me, they'll definitely understand something like this as long as Sega presents it correctly. Honestly, I think Infinite was a step in the right direction villain-wise. It's a shame he just clashed with every other tone in Sonic Forces. Well, all us Sonic fans can really do is hope that Sega figures things out. But we've been hoping for that since 2012, so... Now that I think about it, I sorta wrote the basis of Sonic fanfic. Huh. Now I just gotta figure out this sex thing, I guess.